My name is Jeff Blackard, and I build villages. Villages have been around since the beginning of time. Most people don't realize that. Every village is unique. The size of the village, what the village looks like, the environment of the village. So the word village can mean a variety of different styles on how the village feels and looks. The needs of the village are defined by its inhabitants. For example, a small fishing village located in Croatia. Over time, the village grew and grew and grew. There were so many fishermen along that coastline where that village was, eventually, a couple of fishermen decided to fish farther away on an island. And as they fished the island and went back and forth across the sea, they decided to live there. At first, the fishing village was one story. This is where everybody lived. And over time, let's just say that particular family and that particular home was in the fishing business and they wanted to market their product. They would use the first floor and they would move to the second floor. And as their families grew, they may move to the third floor and put their kids on the second floor. As time went on, more and more families went out there and they had children, and eventually the village grew. As time went on, more and more fishermen came. Some people would prefer to farm, so some people farmed. They grew crops. Some people raised cattle. Some people preferred to make boats. Some people preferred to bake. And over time, all the needs of the people were being met on this little island. One of the most interesting things about a village that I learned was they never duplicated anything unless they needed it. They didn't build 2 bakeries when they only needed 1. They didn't build 2 fish markets when they only needed 1. A village is built based on the needs of the people. Everything in a village has a purpose, even the bell tower. It was their way of communicating. The size of the tower, how large the opening was in the belfry, the size of the bells, and even the material the bells were made out of would determine how far sound would travel, because in a village they wanted to reach all the villagers. Isn't it amazing? Hundreds and hundreds of years ago that a couple fishermen went to this little island, parked their boats in a little harbor and built a house. And today, there's over 3,000 people living in this little village, a vibrant village, on the island of Brač called Supetar in the country of Croatia. That little fishing village inspired me. So I went to the United States and decided that I was going to try to build a village. So I built a village called Adriatica in McKinney, Texas. My name is Jeff Blackard, and I build villages.